Shake hands with each other and encourage each other towards a good debate today, our last debate of today's.
Okay, tell one thing, one comment, and leader, please, one comment to the audience. Introduction. Yes.
Hello, everybody. Is everyone enjoying the debate? Yes. We are, and I think everybody is, and we prepared a lot, so I would like to thank everybody for preparing this place for us. Thank you very much. We hope that you will enjoy our debate. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It was a very hard way to come to here, and maybe all of you were suffered from a very, very hard preparation or practice. So we want to enjoy, and we want to enjoy, and we want you to enjoy our debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, okay, before starting the game, I'd like to introduce the judges. Okay, Mr. Matsumoto, Nikkei University. Ms. Yamanaka, Gifu Joshi Dainaku, Gifu Joshi Dainaku. And Mr. Ono Hideki from Daito Bunka Dai. Also, Seno Kazuhiko. Mr. from Asumidaka Koko. Thank you very much. And main judge, Yano Yoshiro, Kyoto University. And we'd like to ask Ms. Yamanaka as MC, please.
All right, are we all ready?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time to start the debate. First of all, we'll start with the affirmative constructive speech on Japan should make English its second official language. If you have affirmative speaker, please come to the podium. You don't have a podium? Okay. You have 4 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Please begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, judges, and member of opposition. We, the affirmative side, would like to propose the motion, English should be made a second official language in Japan. In this, we assume that it is meant Japan's first official language shall be Japanese. By saying an official language, we mean that official documents and services in government-related facilities should be available in that particular language. Also, the government will assess to promote English in international-minded companies. Keeping this definition in mind, we believe that English should be made Japan's second official language for 2 reasons. Firstly, Japan will benefit in diplomacy if English becomes Japan's second official language. Because all official documents and services related to the government will be translated into English, Japan will be increasingly approachable. From this, Japan will have better position in the international society, meaning Japan will re-establish its status in the world. By providing official documents, information in the international language, Japan will be able to declare herself as a global country, a country enthusiastic for foreign affairs, accepting foreigners, and reaching out to the world. Furthermore, diplomacy is dependent on several factors. These factors include, for example, military status, political image, and an understanding between each country. Looking at China, it has a strong diplomatic position in the international society. Who has brought North Korea into the most recent 6-party talks? China. China has been increasingly active in the past years, such as organizing meetings with the ASEAN countries and founding the Asia-Europe meeting that holds biannual conferences. Compared to this, Japan's diplomatic status is passive. Japan has even been said to not have many genuine friends in the world outside. In order to overcome this situation, it is necessary to make English an official language in Japan in order to create a turning point in Japan's future as a global diplomatic nation. Secondly, adopting English as an official language will have financial benefits. As the professor of Doshisha University says, English is currently the language of commerce, science and technology, and it is crucial for economic development. By making English Japan's official language, the government will be able to encourage companies to promote English. Of course, enforcing such a change will require certain costs. However, the long-term economic potentials gained will easily surpass the costs. By making documents, contracts, and policies available in English, foreign companies will become more aware of Japan. Foreign companies will become more aware of business opportunities abroad. For example, business tie-ups and embarking upon foreign market is a potential benefit. In conclusion, making English Japan's second official language will allow Japan a stronger diplomatic position in the international society and will open a road to many business opportunities. Therefore, we strongly recommend English as a second official language in Japan. Again, I would like to emphasize our points, which is gaining benefit in diplomacy and the economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We'll now have 1 minute preparation time before the negative team gives their constructive speech. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 minute before the question. 1 minute before the question, sorry. Time for questions from the... Are you ready?
Did you talk about the way to improve English ability?
No, we did not.
You said that China is being more powerful in the world, but do you think it is because of English ability?
Yes, I think it is one factor.
What do you think is other factor?
Other factors, for example, economic status.
Thank you. Can you explain the main points of your statement, please?
Yes, our main points were that Japan will benefit in diplomacy and economy if we make English as a second official language.
Thank you. And can you explain the plan again?
Which plan are you talking about?
The whole plan that about
Oh, Okay, you mean, okay. So we will rewrite official documents in English, or government-related official documents.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. In addition to official documents, the government will assist to promote English in international-minded companies. And also the services related to government will be available in English too.
Thank you. Can you state the examples of that services?
Yes. For example, you mean government-related services?
Yes.
There are many government-related services such as the shiakusho.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, next we have the constructive speech from the negative side on Japan should make English its second official language. You have 4 minutes. Are you ready? Okay, please begin.
Now, we'd like to make a constructive speech from negative side. By following this rule, we will have 2 demerits by setting English as second official language. Demerit 1, it will cost a lot of money to have documents both English and Japanese. And by starting a new project, it will surely cost a lot of money. However, if we don't do it, it won't cost anything. We're very sorry, the material is very small. And first, it will double the amount of paper necessary for documents if we write official documents in English and Japanese. This is the materials that I said. Sorry, it's very small. And according to school office, the cost of paper is we used, it was about 1,036,000 yen. Replace our school to government and imagine we have to pay double amount of money for paper. And second, also it will cost a lot of money to hire a lot of translators since there are so many offshore documents. Even now, we are suffering from high taxes, but if we start this project, we will have to pay more taxes than before. Demerit 2, we will need many people to work to achieve this plan. As we said before, we wouldn't need to employ so many people to work for a project if we choose not to start it. If we translate offshore documents into English, we will need many people to do that. Furthermore, we will need someone to train governors too. And actually, we don't have enough good translators for offshore documents, so it will be almost impossible to hire that many translators. Here's the materials. And this is from the Embassy of United States. According to the website, there's the offshore documents, which is translated into Japanese. And there are some explanations here. And this says, according to this, the offshore documents in this page, which is translated into Japanese, is only pre-translate one. And it must be some mistakes. So to erase those problems, we will need more people and more good translators. So it is almost impossible. Okay, let me summarize our demerits. Demerit 1, it will cost a lot of money to have documents both English and Japanese. Demerit 2, we will need many people to work to achieve this plan. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, you have 1 minute before the affirmative side gives their questions. Okay, it's now time for questions from the affirmative side. You have 3 minutes. Affirmative team, are you ready? Negative team, are you ready? Please begin.
Thank you. In your first point, you have mentioned a number, 1.36 million, I believe, about the cost of paper.
Yes.
Could you repeat that reference?
Reference from our school office.
Your school office says what?
Our school office said, sorry, wait a minute. Wait. Our school office said the cost for paper was about 1,036,000. Is it okay?
1.36. Thank you.
Yeah.
In our definition, we do not plan to enforce any changes in the educational system. Why are you work up with your school office?
This is just example. Yeah.
Thank you. Many of the official documents in Japan are already translated. What do you feel about that?
What do you feel? So it doesn't have to set English as second official language.
Excuse me?
So that, please repeat your question again. Sorry.
Many official documents in Japan are already translated in English. Do you still believe that there will be a very high cost in translating?
Yes.
You have mentioned the cost of paper. Many of our documents today are not actually in the form of paper, but electronics.
Yeah.
How do you account for that?
Before put those information into web page, we have to translate. So it use also paper.
Does that not depend on how you translate it? I'm sorry. Let me go on to the next question. You have mentioned that there will be mistakes in the translation.
Yes.
Does that mean you are ignoring the necessity to express ourselves in the internationalizing world?
Sorry. Please repeat this again.
I'm sorry, I move on to the next question.
Yeah.
It is a common idea that employing people
Yeah.
is good for the economy. And translating will, as you said, require manpower. But isn't that providing jobs in the economy? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You now have 1 minute preparation before both teams begin their attack speeches. Their attack speech. Negative side, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you have 2 minutes. Please begin.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I would like to say the remarks about the affirmative side. So about the diplomacy, I would like to say they had a China's example, but it's not relevant because China, as they said, is one of the factors that in China can speak English, and the economic status is one of the very big factor that they are very good at diplomacy. And also, even if China is good at English, China hasn't English as a second official language, so it doesn't have to be a second official language, English as a second official language in Japan, to make the strong diplomacy. So, and also they didn't show us a method to improve the official's ability, so it's also weak. So next, about the economic, so they said about they will assist the international-minded companies. So it means that the domestic industry in Japan don't assisted by the company. So it means that the international-minded company will grow, but the domestic one will lose the job, and it's not a merit. And also, yeah. So from these points, their merits are weak. And also, they say that the merit is bigger than the cost, but we don't think so. The cost is bigger than the merit. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for questions from the affirmative side. You have 2 minutes. Affirmative side, who's questioning? Okay, right. You have 2 minutes, please start.
Okay, thank you very much. So why do you think domestic businesses would lose jobs?
Because in Japan, you say that the government assists the international-minded company.
Yes, but what if those companies are not internationally minded?
Because it's a domestic, like, so you know about, for example, the company making their like kimono, like it's not kimono, like not international one, like waribashi or something. So they don't need the English ability, but the government don't assist them. So I think it's weak.
Okay, thank you very much. So could you clarify your first point again?
First point
Yes.
about the diplomacy. I would say that China is not relevant to this topic.
What do you think about China being really strong in diplomacy?
Yeah, it's strong. I think so.
Okay, so don't you think that Japan should be as strong as China in order to be like tie-ups, the cooperation between businesses in Japan and other countries?
Japan and other countries? Yeah, it's important.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You now have 1 minute preparation before the affirmative side begins its attack. Okay, now it's time for the affirmative side to take speech. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you have 2 minutes. Please begin.
Thank you, judges and members of the opposition. Regarding today's topic, English should be made Japan's second official language, the opposition had stated the disadvantage that it costs a lot of money. However, according to Professor Vaillancourt, bilingualism in Canada is maintained by the cost of only 0.5% of their GDP. And this includes documents, translating costs, and education, which we are not planning to enforce. They have also mentioned the cost of paper. However, is this significant? 1.3 million yen. How much was the annual revenue of an average salaryman? Their second point was that many people, there will be a lot of manpower required to achieve this change. However, an increase in jobs regarding translating and providing service in English will provide more jobs and it is obvious that more jobs will make a better economy. They have also mentioned mistakes. Yes, there will be mistakes. We're human, are we not? But in order to survive in this globalizing world, we must try. We must try to translate. We must try to communicate with other countries. Again, I would like to repeat my points that there will be a cost. However, it is not significant compared to the long-term economic benefits. Also, yes, it will take people to translate these things. However, this will create new jobs, which is good for the economy. And
Thank you very much.
We need to globalize. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We now have 1 minute for preparation time before the defense speeches. Sorry. First we need cross-examination of the affirmative team by the negative side. You have 2 minutes. Please start.
Okay, first, I want to make sure, I want you to make sure, is it English is important to globalize? Do you think English is the most important thing to globalize?
It is one of the most important factors.
Okay. You said one of. What is another thing?
Right now, I do not have any options, but I'm confident that English is the most important.
Okay. So, what about communication between Japan and countries that don't speak English?
English is now there are 107 countries out of 190 countries in the world have significant numbers of English speakers. This is a clear indication that English is today now the global language. It is one of UN's national languages. It is used in the ASEAN conferences.
Yeah, true. Okay, then, how do you improve our officials' English skills?
There will be training programs, and obviously a lot of officials are already proficient in English, considering that English teach English in middle school.
That's cool. Okay. Is there any more? I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, you now have 1 minute for preparation before both teams start the defence. Right, now it's time for the affirmative side to give their defence speech. Are you ready? Yes, you have 2 minutes. Please begin.
Okay, thank you very much. In the opposition's rebuttal to our first point regarding improvement in Japan's diplomatic position, the opposition said that China is not a good example for our argument. However, we are talking about China in terms of its diplomatic position in the world. Japan needs strong diplomacy as China does, and as it is stated in today's newspaper, China's economy is growing rapidly, and Japan needs to be strong enough in this global world. And also, an article in Japan Times says that language has been a barrier and slowing down the negotiation between USA and Japan, even in the presence of translators. So we must adopt English as our official language in order to help improve our diplomatic position in the globalized world. In the opposition's rebuttal to our second point regarding economic benefit, the opposition said that domestic companies will lose jobs. However, we have only said that government will assist internationally minded business, and we didn't say that there will be no assist for domestic companies. So it is, and Euro Technology Japan has claimed that language is a large barrier in economy because not much information is accepted in English still in Japan. So we need to adopt English as our official language because we would be able to become a more easily approachable country for outside world. Okay, so I want to repeat the point. So we strongly need English as our second official language. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Now you have 1 minute preparation before the negative side gives their defence. Now it's time for the negative side to give their defence speech. You have 2 minutes. Are you ready? Please begin.
At first, we said that it would cost a lot of money to make English as our second official language. And they said that money is only a few because of, from the example of Canada. Oh, sorry. As Canada is setting English and French as official language, but they cost only 0.5 GDP change. But however, that is a special case since Canada has 25% French in their own country. That means there are a lot of people who can translate French to English or English to French because there are a lot of native speakers. However, in Japan, almost all of Japanese are not native speaker because our language is only Japanese. And they're Japanese, almost all are Japanese in this country. So from this point, I can say that still, it will cost a lot of money since there are only few money. Huh? What? They said that Canada is one of the country which said official language as two official language, but they didn't cost so much. But actually, it's different case, and it's not relevant to our plan and our country. So to repeat, Canada's example is weak because Canada is special. Because Canada has 20% of French, but we don't have that amount of foreigners in Japan. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, you have now 1 minute to prepare before both sides give their summary speeches. Okay, now it's time for the affirmative side to give their summary speech. Are you ready? You have 2 minutes. Please begin.
Thank you. In regards to today's topic that Japan should make English its second official language, we, the affirmative team, have argued 2 points. Firstly, Japan will benefit in diplomacy by re-establishing Japan's status in the international society. The opposition said China is not a good example and we have not set official plans. However, we refuted this by saying we are talking about China in terms of diplomacy and we must adopt English as English to approach to the international society. Secondly, Japan will benefit in economy. This is due to the long-term economic potential which will allow Japan to embark upon foreign markets. The opposition said domestic companies will lose jobs. However, we refuted this by saying we have not said that Japan's government will assist domestic companies. Furthermore, our policy will encourage domestic companies to seek international opportunities which will develop Japan's economy. The opposition has cited the disadvantage of adopting English as a second official language will cost too much. However, adopting English will not cost a lot of money, which can be seen as the example of Canada. And we think this example is relevant because we are talking in terms of money. Also, the opposition has cited the disadvantage of employing too much people. However, employing people for making English as an official language will increase Japan's economy. Therefore, We, the affirmative team, believes that English should be made a second official language in Japan. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's now time for the negative side to give their summary speech. You have 2 minutes. Are you ready? Please begin.
Okay. First, we would like to say setting English as a second official language is not a good idea. They said they didn't talk about the plan to make Japanese people have English ability. So it is not relevant to our topic. And so it's really weak. And as an example of China, it is not because of English, or at least not because of setting English as a second official language, because the China didn't set English as second official language. So it is not related to our topic. And their topic is weak. And Japanese will get benefit if we have English ability, and it is true. However, a lot of them don't have, and they didn't stay to have education to help make them better. And the cost of our plan, the cost of setting English as second official language is enormous. We will need a lot of good translators that can translate all the difficult documents, and it is almost impossible. Thank you. I beg to your propose.
Okay, thank you very much. Now the judges will go out and debate on the results. Thank you.
Thank you, big hand, please.